Smart home technology is more popular than ever. The U.S. smart home market is expected to be worth nearly $50 billion by 2026. While light bulbs, assistants, and thermostats can make your life more convenient, smart security systems can save up to 13% off homeowners' insurance. That's according to NerdWallet. So for more on this, I want to bring in Jason Hiner. He's the editor-in-chief at ZDNet. Thank you so much for joining us. So, the thing about these smart security systems is once upon a time, if you wanted a security system at your house, you had to call somebody in. It was a major investment. But now there are all these DIY options that are great. But people will probably wonder, can I actually DIY it? Can I do it myself? So are these systems, easy enough for the average person to set up out of the box?
There are many companies, many products, and it really has been a race to make them very easy for the average consumer to pick them up, go home, plug them in, and have them connected. The challenge is that also means that the security sometimes can be a little bit dicey.
Okay, so let's talk about that. Let's talk about best practices when you are setting up these systems. And you have many, many options. Not everything's going to work for you in the way you live your life, whether you have pets or whatever. So what are some of the best practices that people should be aware of?
Yeah, and some of it starts with your internet connection itself. So your most vulnerable point is often your internet router. Mm-hmm. And so on the router itself, if you when you're setting that router up, a lot of times it comes with the default password, a default username and password, and then even possibly a default just the Wi-Fi password itself. You want to change both of those things. It's really important. So a lot of times the password to log into the router will be like admin and then password 123 or something very simple. You want to make sure you change that. That's super important. Otherwise, somebody could quite easily hack into your system potentially. And then the password itself for your router, you want to make that something long, typically like 12 to 16 characters, so that it's not easy to guess or to hack into.
Right. A piece of advice that I got is write a question, like a whole sentence, because it's hard to remember sort of random numbers and letters, but a question or a statement is a lot easier. What else should consumers keep in mind about this technology?
Yeah, the other thing is there's a lot of things that are connected to the internet now. So you'll get devices and it seems like a novelty. Well, great, I could connect that to my Wi-Fi too, whether it's an Instant Pot or there's internet connected microwaves and faucets and all kinds of things. And the thing to keep in mind is, do you really need it to be connected to the internet? Do you really need to use the app to connect that thing? If you're not going to actually use it in any way, or it's not going to be helpful in any way, don't connect it, because everything that's connected is potentially something that could be attacked. If it has a vulnerability or it has a default password that you're not even aware of, then that can become a way for someone to attack your network and then potentially compromise everything else. The other thing is, if you have guests that come over to your house for your Wi-Fi, most of these router setups now offer a guest account. So a different Wi-Fi name and password. Yeah. So set up a guest network. And then when they come that way, because when they take your password, when they connect to it, they take that with them wherever they go. And if they go to an internet cafe or their laptop, every one of your friends, family, and neighbors that you connect to your Wi-Fi then is potentially broadcasting your security, your very sensitive security information everywhere they go. So make sure you set up a guest Wi-Fi network for friends, family, and neighbors when they come over. That's another great tip to stay secure.
That's all really good advice. I'm a gadget person, so if something's like techie, I think why not? But it's a very good reason why not. And now I have to go home and unhook my pet cam because my cat never wants to stay in front of the camera anyway, so it's unnecessary. Jason Hiner, thank you very much.
My pleasure.